Hi guys, my name is Matt Numrich, and today in this video we're going to go ahead and we're going to cover the 5 basic fundamental kicks of Krav Maga. Now, obviously when we talk about Krav Maga, there's many more kicks than just these 5, but I always like to start out with these 5 because they set a good basis for self-defense taken from Krav Maga. So when we go ahead and we do this, we're going to go ahead and we're going to cover our front kick first. When we get into any kind of kick, we practice any kind of kick, we want to make sure that we have a good fighting structure first. And I've talked about this in other videos, so make sure you guys check out that videos. But we want to go ahead and we want to make sure that we have a bladed stance right here. We want to make sure that our knees are bent and also our hands are up. This is a good fighting stance right here. The front kick is the first kick. When we do the front kick, we're going to go ahead, we're going to use our rear foot right here. And the first thing we're going to do is make sure that our knee leads the kick. That means I'm just not going to kind of raise this leg like a pendulum. I want to make sure that the knee comes up first and then I snap out that kick right there. I'm making contact with what I like to call the laces of my shoe right up in someone's A-frame right here. So once again, when we talk about Krav Maga, we're talking about Krav 101 right here. This is a pretty basic move, but it's fundamental, so I want to make sure you pay attention to it. So we're right here just like this. The knee comes right up, we kick, and we come right back. I'm going to do that again. Knee comes up, and then we extend the kick right there and come right back. Make sure that the foot returns to where it came from. So we go here and we come right back just like such. The reason why this is so important right here is that not only we maintain this range, if that's our option, but we come back to our good fighting stance so we can go ahead and start the counter assault of whether it's using strikes or elbows, other kinds of kicks, etc., but it gives us a good basis to go ahead and do so. So as we do this real quick, it is our front kick, pop, and we're coming right back just like this. The second kick that we're going to go ahead and do right here is what we call our stomp kick. Now the stomp kick is great because it has a lot of force, has a lot of power in a very, very quick kick. If we go ahead and we start off from our good fighting structure right here, our stance, our hands are up, our knees are bent, our feet are bladed just like this. Just like the front kick, our knee leads the kick. The higher we get our knee, the higher on the target that we can strike. Meaning that if I go ahead, my knee does not go up, obviously I can't kick very high. The target here is going to be center mass of the person. So anything from pretty much the belt line all the way up to the chest, that's what we want to do. So if I go ahead right here, this is kicking, boom, and I'm coming right back. Think of it like punching with the foot. All we're doing is, I'm not necessarily pushing, okay, all right? I'm punching with the foot. So if I go right here, I want as much of the bottom of my shoe on that person's chest as possible. I pop it and I come right back, boom, to this version right here, or this position right here. So it's right here, pop, and coming right back. This is our stomp kick. The third kick that we're going to go ahead and cover is what we call our roundhouse. Now, when you talk about the roundhouse kick is found in many different arts. It is a fundamental kick in so many different kinds of styles. We're going to go ahead and we're going to use it in Krav right here to attack the low line. We're specifically hitting the thigh. So I'm going to have Richie go ahead and cover his left thigh right here because I want to come around and that's what I want to kick. Our setup is very similar to each and every kick that we've covered so far. Good bladed stance, knees are bent, hands are up. When we pivot, we want to go ahead and pivot off this front foot. And if you guys notice, if I go ahead and have, let's say, a clock right here, I want this foot pointed in this particular position to about the 1 or 2 o'clock position. When I go ahead and I pivot and I rotate, this is going to turn to about the 9 or 10 o'clock position. I'm still keeping the same structure just like in all these kicks. I want to make sure my hands stay up. I want to make sure that I'm nice crouched down where my center of gravity is low. As I turn around and pivot, once again, the laces of the shoe are making contact with the thigh right there. So the roundhouse is such, boom, and I'm coming right back. The knee leads the kick. I make contact and I come right back to where I started right here. Pop, and coming right back just like this. So that is the roundhouse kick. The fourth kick that we have right here for the fundamental kicks of Krav Maga is what we call a side kick. Once again, the side kick is found in so many kind of different martial arts and styles and things like that. We're going to utilize it just like so many different arts do. It's a great kick to go ahead and take care of a threat that's on our side. We don't have to waste the time to go ahead and face off in this person. Good stance right here. This is once again the fundamentals. Bladed stance, knees are bent, hands are up just like such. What we want to do is we want to go ahead and break this down. I like to break this kick down in a couple of quick little steps. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and bend down. We should already be bent down, but just make sure that our center of gravity is down. Next thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and we want to pick up this leg. Very similar to the stomp kick. The higher that we raise our knee, the higher we can kick, meaning if I go ahead and I raise it only so high, I can only kick so low. So what I want to do is that as I get in this position right here, my knee comes up and I kick on out just like this. So here, here, boom, and then here. That is what we want. I want as much of the sole of my shoe on that person's midsection. So if I go right here, knee comes up and I'm kicking just like that. Here's the move again, up, boom, kicking just like such. That is the side kick. The fifth and final kick we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cover in this video is our back kick. We go ahead and we do this back kick. This is just a rear kick, and it's set up such in a way where I'm going ahead and getting in this position. Once again, we don't know exactly what's going on, what the situation is, so we're gonna start it from our regular defensive stance. Bladed, little bent down, hands are up just like this. When we do this kick, we want to make sure that we follow very similar steps as we do with the side kick right here. So as we do that, our leg goes up. The higher the knee, the higher we can kick, just like in so many of the other kicks that we've talked about. Here, here, and then kick. Make sure we turn around, we're looking at what we're kicking, but we're going here, our knee comes straight up, and then I'm kicking out right to the rear, right to the back. Once again, this is not a side kick. Notice that the person is more on my 6 right here. So as I kick, this kick is coming to the rear or going to the rear. Now, a lot of people ask, where should my toes be pointed? Should they be pointed straight out, let's say at the 9 o'clock position, or a little bit more, let's say at the 7 o'clock position? I always say it really depends on not just your flexibility, but probably your age as well. So I kind of joke with my students, maybe the older you are, the less flexible you are, the toes can be pointed down. This is what I mean by this. As I go here and I raise this and I kick down, that kind of position right there is a little bit more of a 7 o'clock position. If you go ahead, you open up your hips a little bit, maybe if you're a little bit more flexible, then the toes can be pointed straight out just like this. Let me go ahead and do a little bit more fuller speed. As I go here, pop, raise that knee. That's the secret right there. So we have the rear kick. All right, it is bonus tip time. What I want to do is I want to go ahead and I want to take these 5 kicks right here and just kind of explain that we can go ahead and we can do them in 2 different versions. Each one of these kicks can be kind of have 2 different versions. The first version that we have is a defensive version, and that is pretty much what we've showed so far. This is something where I'm in a closer stance right here. I don't have a whole lot of time to react, and I just need to go ahead and strike defensively. So I can't set things up. I might be in a closer thing where I turn around, the threat's right there, boom, and I'm just kicking right here. We can go ahead and we can do what's called an offensive version. An offensive version is we can strike a little bit more preemptively and or we have some extra space. Now, this is great if we need to go ahead and initiate attack. If I need to get through someone or get to an exit, or let's say save someone who's also being attacked, wherever I need to get through someone, you might need to strike offensively because there is a threat, but they're not necessarily engaging. So let me go ahead and let me walk you through each one of the 5 kicks that we just did, but explain the offensive version. All right, the offensive version for the front kick is pretty simple. We're just gonna go ahead and take a little bit of a step slide in here. As we go ahead and take a step slide in, we're also gonna strike with the front foot. Now, why is that important? Well, because the front foot is gonna be quicker, okay? It's also closer because of that. So we go here, this is a little step in, pop, right here. This is our offensive version. Little step right in here. Good. Now also notice I'm not raising my knee as much. Why are we doing that? Because we're striking offensively. We need to make sure that we move economically as well, which is very, very important. The next kind of offensive version we have right here is a stomp kick. So if I have Richie now at this distance right here, I can strike preemptively. How do we do this? I like to take a little stutter step right here and the knee comes right up. This is almost gonna be like a flying stomp kick if you wanna see things that way. I just call it an offensive stomp kick. So little move right here as I come right up and I'm coming right down. So from right here in this position, I'm stutter stepping, knee comes up, and I'm kicking right down for my stomp kick. Roundhouse version. All we're doing the roundhouse version is from an offensive standpoint is I'm stepping on in a little bit more. So as I step on in, I'm closing the gap and then I'm hitting down low, aiming for that thigh target right there. So as I come in right here, knee comes around and I'm hitting. That is the offensive version of the roundhouse kick. The offensive version for the side kick is pretty simplistic, but it has some nuances that we need to make sure that we kind of pay attention to. So let's go over these details. I'm in a good defensive stance right here, but I have the target pretty far away. What I want to do is bend down, all right? And then you're gonna have 1 foot step behind you right here in order to close the gap. Now, could I just do kind of like a step slide? I could, but I wanna make sure that I go ahead and go behind just like this and then kicking this way. The knee's gonna go ahead and come up just like it did in the defensive version. But as I do this, this step happens right here, knee comes up, and then I'm kicking just like such. Last but not least, we have the back kick, or some people call the rear kick. If I'm right here in this position, what's important is knowing what foot moves first. And if I'm in this kind of bladed stance, I'm gonna move the front foot first. That's gonna move backwards. And all I wanna do is as we did, pick up that knee and get some good power in right like this. So here, the front kick move, or the front foot moves first. Boom, just like such. One more time. Boom. Good, just like that. So once again, when we go ahead and we work these, understand that we have a defensive version and an offensive version. The defensive version is where we don't have a whole lot of time. Taking the rear kick as an example, the back kick. We're right here, I feel a threat right here. I can go ahead and kick immediately. That's a defensive version. Offensive version, as an example, we have a little bit more space right here, and I can go ahead and close the gap from there, but I can go ahead and not only close the gap, but strike preemptively. That obviously leads to even more power. So pay attention to all these little details of these two versions and have fun training.